So what we're looking at today is Pruning Deutzias, Scarborough candidissima, and we might have a look at one or two other Deutzias later. And you can tell a Deutzia because it's got a very finely kind of serrated margin. It's almost what we call crenate in this case, going like a cloud. I always think of that. A little bit different to Philadelphus, which is the slightly bigger serrations, and there's not so many of them on the leaf. The pruning of them is very similar actually, because with Deutzia we're going to remove a third of the oldest wood, and just to preserve a nice sort of structure. The other thing we're going to be looking at is the colour of the wood, because if we can maintain this nice sort of browny orange colour, then they will keep flowering on the previous season's growth. So that's what we're going to do. If you have a look at the plant, you can see that there are different colours on the Deutzia. So you've got these nice sort of golden colours, these sort of goldeny brown colours, and you've got this slightly older wood which is a little bit striated, so it starts to get woody and old. And what you're going to do with a plant like this that flowers on the previous season's growth is to remove a third of the oldest wood. Just to show you the difference in colour, if I just prune this one for example, I'm just going to cut that one back to there. And you can see there's a nice shoot. This will flower this year because it's a previous season's growth, and there's the old woody growth. And so what I'm going to do here is to remove just a portion of the old wood. In here there are lots of nice shoots coming up through the middle, and so what I'm going to do is to just cut out some of that old and leave these nice coloured shoots which will flower this year. So one of the things you can do with plants that flower on the previous season's growth is look at the colour of the wood. If it's breaking up, you can see these little bandings and markings the horses go through. And so what we're going to do is to take out a portion of this oldest wood and get the colour, these lovely coloured stems, which is the previous season's growth, and then they are going to give us nice flowers and fruit. So we're just looking to remove a portion of this old woody growth. And you can see here, there's one that would be a candidate. There's also one or two that are coming away from the plant, so we'll prune them out. So let's get stuck in and we'll take out this big one as low as we can. So you want to get as low as you can, slight angle, that'll just shed the water away, and that's one that's out there. Looking at this, you can see this is flopping to the left, so it's not going to be good. I could prune it back to that one, but I want to keep the shape and the plant all together. So I'm going to actually take the whole thing off. One or two old woody shoots there which we'll remove. Anything spindly that's growing out the sides, just take them off. Place everything the same way. One here that's growing acrossways and it's got attached to a woody bit, and really what needs to happen is that needs cutting all the way down to get a nice sort of shoot there. So already you can see the plant is coming together. There's a slightly older woodyish shoot there, and you can see by the colour, you compare that colour to that colour and you can see the difference. So we'll take that one out. It's a little bit big for the secateurs, so we'll chop that out. And we're now getting quite a nice plant. There's one or two other old woody bits. The colour of that one, you can see, is a slightly lighter colour. Take that one out. There's one here in the middle, again, slightly lighter colour. We'll pull that one out. And I've got one at the back, again a lighter colour, which we'll take that out. There's another one at the back which has flowered last year, but we'll let these other newer shoots take over this year. There's one there that's sort of bending round, messing up the shape of the plant. So again, we'll take that out. One or two little tiny bits that aren't really doing anything. Just nip them out of the way. And again, one or two small spindly pieces. Just take them and we'll just nip that one. There's one here that's going right out the front, which we don't really want it to do that, especially with people passing by. So we'll take that out and take this one out, and then you can see now that all the colours are looking pretty good. There's a little bit of congestion here, and we can kind of reduce that congestion by just nipping that off and nipping that one back to the main lateral. This one's cutting across, and then we got a little bit of congestion in here. That's a slightly older woody one, so we'll just nick that off, and we'll nick this one off here. Okay, and then over the far side we've just got a couple of little ones here that we'll just pull them off there. That one off, and then we've got one going out sideways, and you can see already now the colours are looking good. Plenty of air circulation around that plant, and these will form flowers this year.